Hello South Shore, welcome back to Math with Naz, third graders. Today I have a problem that we're gonna do all together. And then I have two practice problems for you to do independently. What you will need for this activity is a pencil and your journal. If you don't have your journal, any piece of paper will do. Pause the video, grab what you need, and come on back to do some math. We're continuing today, third grade, to talk about area. Remember, again, area is the measure of space inside a shape. So it is all of this white area inside the red perimeter. This is the area. And we measure the area by multiplying the length times the width. Always when we measure in the square of the unit. So if we're working in centimeters, the area would be square centimeters. If we're working in inches, the area would be square inches, and so on. So today I have another irregular shape for you. So go ahead and take a look at this shape. And I'd like you to think about what you know, what lengths and widths you know, and which ones are unknown. If there's someone sitting next to you, go ahead and tell them what you notice. So third graders, I see that this irregular shape looks like a square and a rectangle joined together. I notice that in this square, the length and the width are both 3 centimeters. I notice in this rectangle that I know only the width as 2 centimeters. They have not told me what this measurement is. But then I have this extra measurement. So I know the space that from the end of the square to the end of the rectangle is 2 centimeters. So if this space is 2 centimeters, then I know that this space is also 2 centimeters. What I need to figure out is this unknown. So how do I do that? I know if 3 plus 2 is 5, then the measurement, the length of this line from here to here would be 5 centimeters. Now, since this is matching length and this is a straight line, then this has to be 5 centimeters also. So in other words, this length and this length are equal. So now do I have enough information to find the area of this irregular shape? What I see, let's start with the square. What I see is that 3 centimeters and 3 centimeters can be multiplied to come up with the area of the square. So I'm going to write that equation over here. Length times width equals area. So 3 groups of 3 is 9, don't forget the square centimeters. So the area here is 9 square centimeters. So now I have found the area of the square. I'm going to turn my attention to the area of the rectangle. I can see that I'm going to do 2 times 5. And I know, I forgot my centimeters. I know that 2 times 5 is 10 square centimeters. So now in order to find the area of the whole shape, I need to add the area of the rectangle to the area of the square. And if I add 10 and 9, I get 19 square centimeters. So I can tell that the area of this irregular shape is 19 square centimeters. Okay, third graders, I'm going to show you another way to solve this same problem. If you look here, I have drawn a line that closed in this shape here. I've made one, instead of making one small square and one rectangle, I made one large square. I'm going to find the area of this entire square. So take a look again. What am I missing? I know that this part, this edge that is the same edge as the other side of this rectangle is 2 centimeters. I know the side of this square is 3 centimeters. So I know that if this part is 2 centimeters, then this part also has to be 2 centimeters. So now I need to find my length and my width. And I'm going to do that by adding. The entire length of this shape is 3 plus 2. It is 5 centimeters. The width here is also 3 plus 2, which is 5 centimeters. So if my length is 5 centimeters and my width is 5 centimeters, I can find the total area by multiplying the length, 5 centimeters, times the width to get the total area, 25 square centimeters. So I know that this entire shape has an area of 25 square centimeters. But am I done now? No, I'm not. Because I know that this part, I added that in. I just want the area of this shaded part, this square, this rectangle. I don't want this included. So what I have to do now is I have to find the area of this part and subtract it from the total area. So I know that this side is 2 centimeters, but I don't have the measurement of this side. But if this part is 3 centimeters, then this part also has to be 3 centimeters. So I know that I can find the area by doing 2 centimeters times 3 centimeters, and 2 times 3 is 6 centimeters. So this part is 6 centimeters. If the whole thing is 25 centimeters, and the part I don't want to include is 6 centimeters, then I just have to subtract that. I know that 25 minus 5 is 20, and then that leaves 1 left over. 20 minus 1 is 19. And again, I have to do square centimeters because I'm measuring area. I was just able to find the same area in 2 different ways. Now it's your turn to do a couple problems on your own. So for this first shape, I would like you to please, on your journal, write 1B. This is problem 1B. We just solved 1A together. You're going to solve 1B. The first thing I need you to do is label it. Now, take a look. We know that this side is 4 meters. We know that this part is 2 meters and that this part is 1 meter. We know this side is 1 meter. We know this side is 1 meter, but we don't know what this is. How can you figure that out? Now, if you know that this is 4 meters, and this is 1 meter, and this is 1 meter, 1 plus 1 is 2, what does this have to be in order for that to be equal to this? 1 plus 1 is 2, so this must be 2 meters to equal the same length. 1, 3, 4. Now they're both 4 meters. If this is 2 meters and this is 1 meter, how many meters is the whole thing? That's right, 3 meters. So if this is 3 meters, then what does this equal? Your job is to draw this shape the best you can and find the area just of this shaded in part. We do not want to include this white part. You can use the method where you make a big square and find the area and then subtract the area of the unwanted white portion, or you can break it up in a way that works best for you, but find the area of that shape. Now, here the figure below shows a small rectangle inside a big rectangle. Find the area of the shaded part of the figure. So if we take a look here, we can easily find the area of the hole by measuring the length times the width, which we do have. Now what you have to do is find the area of this white part. How are you going to do that? If you know that this is 2 meters and this is 1 meter, but all together it's 6 meters, what does this length equal? You can do the same thing on this side. This is 2 meters, this is 1 meter, but this whole thing is 5 meters, so what would that equal? Figure out the length and the width and subtract it from the area of the hole. When you are done, please send a picture either by text or email to your teacher so we can see your great math thinking. These are trickier problems. Do your best on them, and if you need help, reach out to your teacher. We're waiting your call. All right, third grade, take care. Talk soon.